What's going on, everybody? David here from Bluckers Videos and Toys, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Jurassic World Epic Evolution Wild War Megalosaurus and the Hesperosaurus. Now, these are two brand new species for the line, and I'm kind of familiar with the Megalosaurus, but I don't know anything about the Hesperosaurus. So this is a brand new species to me, but I'm happy to have it in the collection because it's always nice to add new species to the collection. So anyway, so this is your standard style packaging for the Wild War. So looks like the Megalosaurus is placed in the Savannah, Sahara, or kind of like the flatlands biome, and then Hesperosaurus is placed in the swampy areas. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so we got the Megalosaur out of its packaging, and I must say I really do like this figure. Little plain Jane a little bit, but overall the aesthetics and the molding and stuff is pretty much on par from what I would think that a Megalosaur would look like. So this is a very nice rendition of it, And this is basically this species lived in the middle Jurassic and was found in England, southern parts of England, and is also one of the very first dinosaurs to be named, which is pretty cool. And but other than that, that's about as much as I know about it. So let's see, let's go ahead and scoot this back a little bit, and let's take a closer look at this. Yeah, so like I said, the figure is really nicely sculpted as per usual. Because like I always say in all my videos, Mattel does an excellent job with their sculpts. Maybe not so much with their paint apps. They're very far from few here and there, but but this is one of the species or figures that suffer from a lack of paint. But it does make up more for in the sculpts. So it does have this crocodilian-like body a little bit here on the legs, then here on the tail and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Got the osteoderms here, very defined, And then there got the head sculpt and the neck, very crocodilian-like. And but yeah, very definitions, very defined, especially here around the stomach region. Here in the shoulders and everything, very thickly muscled there, and not so much the deep cuts here on the hind legs, what you expect, especially coming off from where the body looks like. Yeah, very lightly definition stuff, but the molding here with the crocodilian-like scales is very unique. It starts here and it wraps around all throughout the tail right there. But as far as the head sculpt goes, I think it's looks really good. For the eye placement, not so good. Let's see. So you can tell the pupil is like all the way in the front, not in the middle like it should be. And right here looks a lot better, but still a little sloppy. So the pupil here is a little bigger. And the placement is a little bit towards the center. Not like this one where it's like all the way. You barely can see the dot. But it is what it is. The quality issues not always up to par for the most part, to be honest. But yeah, really liking this mold. Like how they have the curvature in the tail. So nicely sculpted, nicely done. I like the fact that they start using the rubber teeth as a separate piece. They don't have the paint apps where it be all sloppy and all over the place and stuff. So kudos to Mattel for revisiting the teeth and how it's presented. So like that a lot. But as far as paint apps goes, you don't get a whole lot. It's left to be desired, like I said. And so this is a separate piece in the jaw. So you get the airbrushing here, there on the neck, and then you get this little bit of scaling right here on the sides of the neck. That's painted, and then you get a little bit of I guess you could say patches here on the side, and then where the action feature is, It's supposed to blend in there with the paint, and then a little bit on the neck. So you get like patches around the shoulder area and stuff here on the sides, but other than that, that's it. And on the neck area a little bit. So, but that's not a whole lot. And then you get a little bit right there around the nostrils. So, but that's it as far as that goes. And here is the fax app there, if y'all need that. And so this is the new action feature here. You got the wheel out there, and it has like supposedly have like three different sounds and stuff. So we'll go ahead and move it forward. So very unique sounds. So every time you move, the head bobs up and down. So, but the cool thing about this, you could actually position how you want the jaw. So you can actually leave like that if you wanted to pose like that with the jaw closed. You can, or if you just like to have a little bit right there, you can, like he's eating something, or if you want to have it all the way open. So I forgot to go over the articulation, but for the way of articulations, like your standard medium-sized dinosaur, once you click in that tail, there's no going back. The hind legs do move forwards and backwards, and they got the inner thigh right there, articulation to help balance the stance. And of course, the arms are on a ball and hinge, so forwards, backwards, in and out. So that's pretty much it as far as way of articulation. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of comparisons. And here, these are some of the species that lived in the same time period as the Megalosaurus. May not be in the same area, but in the same time frame for that particular period. So you got the Monolophosaurus, and I forgot the name of this species right here. But it's from China. I know that much. I just forgot the name of it. But yeah, they lived in the same time period. One lived in England, one lived in China, and I forgot where this one was from. But yeah, they may not be in the same area, but in the same time period. Alright, so let's go ahead and make a human comparison. There, and it should be just about right. Should be on point. It's about right. Not too bad. Like I said, they're medium-sized carnivores, and this is the original part for the Megalosauridae family. So Megalosaurus is where it originated from. It's part of the family, the Megalosauridae family. So, all right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, so the next one is the Hesperosaurus. So this lived in basically the late Jurassic period, and so this is part of the Stegosauridae family, and this was pretty much found in the United States, like along like Montana and Wyoming, around those regions. But in my opinion, this way this body mold is, this is how when they made the Legacy Collection Stegosaur pack with Sarah Harding, they should have made the Stegosaur in this mold. So that would have been a lot better than what they gave us. Not complaining or anything, but it's just when I noticed when I put this thing together and everything and how it looks. So That should have been this style should have been how the Stegosaurus should have been for the Legacy Collection Sarah Harding Stegosaur pack. But I digress. But anyways, this is a very unique species. Like I said, I've never known this species before until they announced this. And I'm just like, what the heck is that? So, like I said, it's part of the Stegosauridae family, and this was that lived in the late Jurassic period. And let's take a closer look at it. And this is another figure that the paint apps is left to be desired as well. But for this particular figure, it works for what it is. As far as the eye placement and how that is, looks good right there and right there. So a lot better than what the Megalosaur had to offer on as far as the way the eye is. But yeah, this is your standard molding in this green plastic, and not a whole lot of definition. It's a plant eater, so it's not going to be all muscled out like carnivore would. So not a whole lot of definition. It's more defined here on this side than it is on this side, but that's just how they molded it as far as where the placements of the legs go. Of course, they're gonna one side's not always going to be cut, but you can see the lines here along the shoulder blades right there. Then here on the hind legs, very light definition there, and I got a little bit of paint specks right there. It looks like it came from the eye, and how it landed over there, I don't know, along here. So, or unless that's just the speckling of the mold that they're trying to do that mixing. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yep, looks like the speckling right there. So, right there. But anyways, but along the cells, that's a separate piece, and that's how they should do with all their Stegosaurus figures, and which they pretty much done for the most part. For the cells here, and there, and then as far as where the thagomizers go, the shell, the tail is a little short, and but it still looks good. That's that one little piece right there. Should be a little longer, but I guess that's how they looked, supposedly. But as far as the paint apps goes, not much. I think the Megalosaur might have had a tad bit more compared to this. So you got a little bit of paint here along the side, and then under the eye, and that's about it. So that's it. No toe claws or anything. So let's see, where is that? Oh, there it is. So here is the fax app if y'all need that. There you go. And then as far as way of articulation, standard articulation where the forwards, backwards at the hind legs. Then you got the thigh, inner thigh movement in and out. And then of course the front legs are on the ball and hinge. So, and that's it. Alright, so just like the Megalosaur, it has a ball right there, but I think the action features here at the tail. So it sounds like a mix of everything. I guess it didn't know what it wanted to sound like. But yeah, so. But this is a nice figure. I do like it a lot. This is a very cool species, and that's what it looks like. So, but let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. And some of the species that lived alongside this particular animal. We got the Pleurodon, which lived around the same time period. And then we got a bunch of these little guys that lived alongside the Hesperosaur. It's the compies, the same time period. Maybe not alongside but it's the same time frame. So very cool. All right, so let's go ahead and move these out the way, and let's do a human comparison, which is pretty much almost accurate, but the same. It was a medium-sized Stegosauridae, so it's not as big as an actual Stegosaurus, but yeah, pretty nice. All right, so that was my review of the Hesperosaurus and the Megalosaurus. I really do like them. I'm glad to have them in the collection. The brand new species to the line, so it's always good to add some new ones. So I hope y'all enjoyed this review as much as I did filming it, and let me know in the comments down below what you think of these two. Which one is your favorite? And don't forget, where's the wisdom? Buy what you love and not what you like, because if you buy what you like, you always end up getting rid of it. And I will catch y'all later.